Hey, I thought I'd give you guys an update of what's going on. I was trying to do it earlier, about noon, but I was here, there, and everywhere all over the internet, trying to keep up with my Facebook and YouTube here. I got a phone call, and it was Mrs. G calling to say that Julia had just finished coming inside, had a little bit of a snack, and was complaining of a sore tummy. So I told Brian, and I said, okay, we got to go pick her up from school. There was 20 minutes left till school was actually done and out for 11:15. Mrs. G also mentioned that she had a little accident in her underwear and her capri shorts that she was wearing. She kind of like peed a little bit. I guess she didn't pull them down all the way when she was in the washroom and got a little bit on. But that's okay, that's not a problem. So we went to the school, Brian and I, and we were going to go down to the classroom, but Mrs. G was escorting Julia because she had saw us by the office, and the secretary had came out and asked what we were there for, and we were like, oh, we're here to pick up Julia. And then she was coming down, and they were explaining that whenever you have to pick up a child from the school, just wait in the office. This way there's no problems. So Mrs. G explained that Julia managed to also get through story time, and then I guess her stomach was really not feeling good. Now what happened was, this started last night. It was about, I'd say, 12:30, a little after, as I mentioned to you guys before. Julia woke up saying that she had some bad nightmares. Now, after a nap yesterday afternoon, she woke up crying, and she didn't tell me anything until I went upstairs and I talked to her, and she says, I had a bad dream about fire. I don't like fire. That fire that was here at the building back in June, yeah. But I explained to her everything was okay, and I said, if you ever have a bad dream, don't be afraid to come and tell me, so we can talk about it. So I guess she woke up, and she was feeling kind of hot. So earlier on in the evening yesterday, Pam had noticed that she was kind of hot, and I said, okay, well, I noticed she was out of sorts, so I said, would you like to have a bath to cool off? And she said, sure. So I gave her a bath, and I gave her some Tylenol, got her all ready for bed, and everything was cool. She was sleeping and everything. And then I guess she just woke up just after 12:30, and Brian went up and had to just disturb her. And I guess she wanted to get up and have something to eat, and I guess she had something, I think she had some cereal. And then she went back to bed, and I guess she was up for some time. I don't know. She was up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Brian managed to get her back to sleep. And like me, I knew the alarm went off, turned it off, and went back to sleep. And I ended up in a deep dream, sleeping. And woke up, and I'm like, oh my God, and had to scramble. And so we had somewhat of a okay day, but a little bit rocky, but we're doing okay right now. I got her home, and I got her to take off her stuff that needed to be washed, and I took the stuff out of her backpack that was in there, because the kids are sent home with their spare clothes. So whenever an accident happens, whatever the case is, their spare clothes are put on, and then the ones that something happened to go in a bag and is sent home. So I took all that out, got her changed, gave her some Tylenol, gave her some chicken noodle soup, half a sandwich. Well, it wasn't kind of like half, it was like a piece. You know how you cut a sandwich in half and then cut it in half again, and then you have 4 pieces? Well, she had half of that 4 pieces of a sandwich, a couple of crackers, She ate an applesauce, and then she went upstairs and laid down and took a little nap, and then she woke up, and she seems to be feeling much better right now. She's upstairs laying down, resting, just waiting till Pam gets home. I'm actually going to go do my cleaning in the dining room, fold the last bit of the laundry, or the last bit, I think, yeah, the last bit of the laundry. Oh, my mind is going all over the place because I've got so much to do and so little time, and I'm trying to cram everything in, so I'm just going to pace myself here and do one thing at a time, and when I'm done completing one thing at a time, I'll move on to the next task, because I don't want to overdo myself, and then I'll end up wearing myself out, and then I'll end up getting sick. But that usually never happens, because I keep on plucking and I get things eventually done. But there's my update from noon till now. Oh yeah, I managed to get lunch. I had some lunch too. And so I'm going to go, and I'm going to try to have a good night tonight, because I'm going to the mall and have dinner with Pam and Jay, and do whatever they have planned. And oh, Beth, I'm going to get your money today. Okay? So I'm going to get your money. I'm going to get it ready, and I'll get it in the mail. Possibly, I was going to put it in the mail today, but by the time I get home, it'll be late. So I will, actually, you know what? I'll just put it in the mail tonight. I'll just, go for a quick walk to the mailbox, because it's not far from my house. So I'll get that in the mail for you tonight, so that can get out and picked up tomorrow. And you'll have your money soon. Okay? So take care. Bye.